We are live.
Yep. Turning us up on Insta right now. This thing going.
Y'all can hear me?
What's going on? Yeah, now we
Yep,
hear you.
we can hear you. What's up, brother?
What's up?
Good evening.
Hey, good evening, guys.
Congratulations, Margie.
Yeah. I got another one this weekend. So it's going to be two show weekend. Golly.
North Carolina.
Yeah. 5-hour drive. Could be worse.
Oh yeah.
Could be worse, but 5 hours, not bad. I used to have to go to Greensboro. That was like 8 hours.
Bradley, what's going on, Brad?
Good. How you guys doing?
Chilling.
And happy hump day, fellas. What's going on, man?
What's going on, guys? What's going on, John?
Too much, fellas. Too much.
Midweek blues, man.
Yeah, we there.
Halfway there.
Man,
How's the facility, John?
it's going good. I ordered some more insulation today. So got some more work to do on Saturday, fellas. The easy part is actually getting the building. Now it's just the hard part, putting it together.
Been there, done that. Got the T-shirt, brother.
Yeah, man. So, man.
It's always easier when you're watching somebody else's stuff, and then when you're putting yours together, you're like, "Damn, I can't believe this is this much work."
Man.
Kennel build is man. I should do an episode on kennel build. It is like just building it out. It is very costly, time consuming.
Yes, indeed.
But you know what? When you do it right, when it's all said and done, it actually pans out very well. So,
Did you ever look at that flooring?
yeah, I was looking at it. I'm going to see what the best options are for you.
All right.
So, I mean, you go with 2-part epoxy, you can put that on top of anything, basically.
2-part epoxy.
Yeah, 2-part epoxy, man. You put that. I mean, you put that on anything, and it's in there. So,
Okay.
but anyhow, yeah, man. Happy Wednesday, everybody. YouTube fam, Insta fam, Sumo fam. We got DD in the house, Samba fam. Yeah, man. Tonight is Ish's topic, Sumo Tri-State, and he will be. He wants to go over discussing new kennel startup or starting a new kennel, cost, challenges, logistics, and everything else in between. So it's a very broad topic. So we're probably only going to hit on probably three subjects regarding that in terms of getting started and getting moving. So yeah, no, it should be a good one. This is again, we don't pick easy ones here, man. We just like the 3-hour Joe Rogan type. We're like the big boys. No easy topics, man.
Yeah, man.
So yeah, I'm gonna open up the floor for Ish to go ahead and open up his topic and kind of set the table for us. Go ahead, take it away, Ish.
Thank you. What's going on, guys? I'm Sumo Ish from Tri-State, and my topic tonight is starting a new kennel, cost, logistics, and the focus on what comes with everything with that. And I just want to start it off with what's the true purpose of starting up a kennel and why. And whoever wants to take their part, go ahead.
I think for me, starting a kennel and like where it comes from, and like why, like you should really get that thing started. If you have a, I guess, idea of what you want to be like in this dog world, you start a kennel so you're able to, build that brand around that because if you want to be more than just a pet owner, dog owner, more specifically, then you starting up a kennel, it definitely it comes along with the territory. You kind of should have already thought about that before the startup comes. Like I knew when I got my first female dog that I was like, eventually, I want to learn how to breed, and I want to learn how to breed, properly. First was like obviously train and raise, a dog to have like the best temperament, but I knew I wanted to be able to, produce puppies that were, just as smart and just as special as she was. So at a young age, I was just like, oh, well, I mean, at that point that's called a kennel. And then from there, it just was like, okay, what do I want to call myself? How do I want to go about this? I already knew how I wanted to show people I treated the dogs and how much effort I put into them. But that's kind of where my fire came from, was just the fact that I wanted to take the responsibility of, trying to give, my very first dog the best life, but also, to prove to my parents that I could, be responsible for someone other than myself, which then held me more accountable when I got more and more dogs, because, once I moved out of my parents' house and stuff like that, the eyes that I had on me from, other people seeing me post my dog, or like just some friends or family or social media, I wanted them to be able to see, my dogs were living like the best life possible. And then obviously that way, when I went to go breed and have puppies, the people that wanted puppies would know that it's coming from a place where it started out as a passion, and kind of like just me proving myself, that I could, be a dog owner, and then, obviously a kennel owner. And then from there, it just continued to grow from there for me.
Agree. Great. What about you, Brad? You agree with that?
Yeah, I do. So I guess mine kind of came from the love of the breed, right? I grew up. My grandmother, she always had a kennels. She had English bulldogs. They're tricky, right? Tricky, not a easy breed to jump off into. But she had those, and my brothers always had some Dobermans and European Dobermans and things like that. So just growing up around it, and being all through the family, I've always had an obsession. We've had several pits, right? Growing up, my wife and myself, in our younger days, and we're in our early marriage, we had a couple pits, and just then the XL came along and kind of fell in love with the breed and the look and stature. As I've mentioned before, couldn't really afford one early on, just because the prices were so high, for what we wanted. But so it kind of rocked on 8 or 10 years here, and got a Frenchie, something we keep inside, right? And then probably 5-6 years ago, just got the urge again, right? And started looking and researching, and just through conversations and stuff like that, kind of led me to Earl. And through conversations with him, I had I'd already kind of bought a stud, or was looking at buying a stud, and got to talking to him. He had, what explain to me, what are you looking for, what are you trying to do, right? And I had no clue. I didn't, right? So in conversations with him, and he shed a lot of light on it, and kind of brought some things to the forefront, and that pairing didn't pan out, didn't work out, so that kind of fizzled out, and kind of brought us to here, and through lots of conversations the past year, with Earl and with other kennels and other breeders, and other people in the industry here, that just love the animal, love the dog. And I guess through just meeting Earl's videos, you guys kind of helped bring me into it the right way. I'm blessed and fortunate to to have the relationship with you guys, to be able to come into it the right way, because I personally would have been backwards. I would have had the cart before the horse, just being completely honest, right? But now I got a couple pups already, and kennel will be here and done probably in the next couple weeks. Some more stuff in the background working, so it's going to all take off, and I'll take off at once, and everything's going to be in alignment when it does. So just love the breed, right? Always have, and just the friendships that have created with you guys, and just kind of got that fire going.
Nice. I totally agree with that. really I want to take it to my man Big John, because he's in the process right now. If you don't mind me bringing it up, you're in the process of right now building your facility right now, and a lot of people, when they get in this kennel game, they forget the facility part. You know, they go straight to the dogs because they see nothing but money. You understand?
Yeah.
And they get into the hype. But me personally, because I'm one of them, I bought dogs first and then started building my facility at the same time. But you're in the process of it right now. What can you tell me, or at least anyone else out here who wants to know how important that is before getting a dog?
Yeah, I think it really depends on what kind of situation you're in, and whether you like your dogs in the house with you or outside. If you like the dogs in the house with you, I mean, you're gonna do what you need to do to protect your dogs and hopefully your house. All right, so that's null and void. But if you're housing your dogs outside, um, I would honestly say now, hindsight being 2020, looking at it, me personally, I should have got my facility first. I should have did it that way first. So um, I'm in a position where, thank God, I'm able to do it. You know what I'm saying? A long while getting dogs or whatever. But if I would have did it first, um, a lot of the stresses, I wouldn't have. You know what I mean? So, say for instance, I'm down here in the South. I'm in Georgia, right?
Georgia. Oh.
Right. Our winters are not too bad. This winter got a little sketchy. We had like a week and a half. We was in 18 and 19 and stuff like that. So when it gets like that, you really have to pay attention to your dogs. Not that you don't, but you have to put your eyes on them, like this, in my opinion, more frequently. Simple stuff like a water bucket, right? So you got that water pail out there, and you got it with water, and if it's not frozen, think about it. Your dog can knock that water over, right? So your dog knocked that water over, and whatever you have them on, whether it's concrete, a deck or whatever, covered deck or whatever, like I have mine, that sitting water overnight can freeze. If your dog is laying in that water, guess what? They can freeze.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to think about just little goofy accidents like that. That's real, y'all. If you didn't know, it's people out there, they may not tell you, but it's stories out there that people have. Their dog froze in water overnight, just by a simple mistake like that, right? So to me, a facility helps with that. Like, so the facility I'm building is going to have air conditioning and heat. I probably won't need the heat too much, but here in Georgia, I'm gonna need that air conditioning for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Because that the Georgia heat can cook your dogs, right? I built my outside kennel under some trees, so they have constant shade. So in the shade, over last summer in the shade, it got probably to about 88, 90, about 92 degrees was the highest it got in the position where my dogs are.
Mm-hmm.
And same thing. I got to keep my eyes on them, right? I'm when I'm home, I'm making sure they got fresh cold water, not a lot, but just enough to keep that body temperature regulated. I got fans. You know what I'm saying? So I got fans that kind of keep their body temperature regulated. I'm a guy that feeds at night anyway, but during the summer months, especially in the South, I would recommend guys you feeding your dogs at night. you know, so they won't sit there and cook with all that food on their stomach. You know what I mean? So a facility helps you mitigate a lot of that. You know, temperature control facility will help you. That's not a stress that you're going to have.
Mhm.
So I mean, we out here spending money on dogs. You know, think about the situation you got your dogs living in. And I'm not saying the outside kennel is bad, because I have that too. And some dogs may be in there. I'm not sure yet. But if I had to do it all over again, I would definitely build a facility first and get that all situated, and I will go from there. Whatever facility, whatever amount of dogs the facility can handle, that's what I will have, you know.
Agreed. Especially if you could afford it.
Yeah. Yeah. Now that's number one.
Mhm.
Straight up.
Mhm. And what about you, Earl?
Oh man, just spend it all, man. Make it rain.
He's gotta go crazy.
No, man. I would say like this, guys. Staying on topic. Starting a new kennel. For me, there's only one way to do it, which is planning, budgeting, running your finances, understanding what you can and can't afford, doing your financial projections, your business planning. So when you do your business plan, that's going to encompass what your startup costs are, when do you expect the ROI, how long before that starts trickling in, how many months do you got to carry the overhead. You have a startup cost for a facility, then you have a startup cost for dogs. Then you're going to have a monthly running overhead, which is going to be your feeds, your medications, your utilities such as electricity and gas, water. You're going to need all those things. And for example, building facility, that's a cost. However, once you build the facility, it's not free. That facility costs money to run every month.
Mhm.
My facility has 2 deep freezers in the fridge, water, So it's also keeping in mind, I think we don't track enough of what it costs to run a facility monthly, or what it costs to feed the dogs, right? So if I'm $1,000 in feed, that's 12 grand a year. If I'm 500 in utilities, that's 6,000 a year. You see what I'm saying? So really, it's really writing all those things down. And if you got to carry those costs over for 2 years or 18 months before you can get a production on the ground and start bringing money back in, it's understanding what you have to finance and how long you got to finance it for before you start seeing that trickle in, which is a good thing though, because if you're not ready to sell and you haven't built your platforms yet, and you haven't, established yourself in the community or as a business period, in essence, you can have 10 litters a year and it doesn't mean nothing either. And so the balance of doing this thing is really, excuse me, you really have to approach it like a business. Because if you don't, you're not going to get out of it what you expect to get out of it. And let's face it, right? A lot of people, including myself, are attracted to the allure of this being very, very lucrative. And anybody who says they're in here for that's not even a thought that crosses their mind. I think you're being disingenuous. I don't think you're being honest with yourself or with us or anybody else that's hearing the conversation. Because if these dogs were worth $5, I promise you there wouldn't be that many breeders. So let's just put that out there first and foremost. I love this. I love the dogs, but I am a business person, and the math has to math for me. And so, staying on topic with starting a kennel, I had startup costs, investment costs on bloodlines and pedigrees that I liked. I had equipment cost, PG machines, CCI guns, all those things there, that repro equipment. Um, I had dog purchases, of course. registrations, shows. I mean, there's so many buckets that you could drip, starting a kennel. Maybe you're just a breeder, you're not a show person. That's fine too. You know, there's you peel it how you want to. However, if you're not set up correctly, right, a task that should take you 20 minutes can take you 35 to 40 minutes. And so when you look at daily efficiencies and cost and loss of time and money, you really have to look how efficient your facility is, because that's only one aspect of what we're talking about. So for everyone on the live, guys, first and foremost, for some reason, I can't comment on Insta. So I'm sorry if I'm not replying. I'm trying to type it and press send, but it doesn't send anything. So if I'm not replying to you on Insta, I'm sorry. But I can see YouTube and I see my comments on YouTube. So, I'm not ignoring you guys on Insta by any means. So in terms of a kennel startup, I think it would bring a lot of value if people really understood the dollars behind it. So let's you know what I mean. We can easily get into the dogs, but I think we should talk dollars.
Let's
'Cause
do it.
dollars always make sense. So I'm gonna step off the subject, you know what I mean, and transition into that and let you lead the room, Ish.
Yeah, man. Well, let's talk about cost then. When we're talking about costs, like you said, we could talk about so many things. And I'm gonna start off how I started off my kennel. We lost Instagram fully.
No, I'm redoing it right now. I'm sorry. 1 second. Give me 1 second here, bro.
And I invested in the dogs first. I'm gonna be honest, just like most people, maybe in this room or most people out there, I invested in the dogs, and and if I could go back, I would definitely put my money into other investments that I know that's more needed, like the machines, the facility, and before the dogs, because the dogs, the breedings are not going to go nowhere, and especially if you're looking for a look, and what I'm looking for is structure and breed type. So I know in the long run I can always find that, but sticking to the cost, yeah, it can get pricey, kennel cages get pricey. Um, the facility building it, like that's where I'm at right now. I'm in the facility, same as John. So that's why I brought up this topic, so I could get information as well. Not only give it, but as well soak some information for me. And saying that is, it's already at 15K, and so that's why a lot of my production to building the facility slowed down, and because I try to buy both. I try to balance both, build the facility, get the dogs, and yeah, man, I'm at like close to 30K. So these are things people don't talk about, and I'm here to talk about it. What was, when you envisioned building a kennel, did you think you was going to be a breeder? Was it a full-time job for you, or a hobby, or you always had a plan like Earl and John have? Like me, I started as looking for a new companion, because my pockets was at the age of 15 years old. So it was like it was time to bring in a new dog. And then when I got the dog, it just so happened I became a part of the team, and these are things I wasn't ready for. So I'm just being honest with everybody else, like the cost will get you. The cost will get you, and these are things people don't talk about. And this is why I wanted to bring up this. And like I said, I can't stress it anymore. I want to soak in information from you guys too, because I'm in the process of starting the kennel. So if anyone want to take it from there,
I think for me, my whole thing was if I was gonna do this thing big, is that I was gonna make sure that definitely like the dogs were able to, help me fund the business and fund the kennel side of things too. I mean, I never treated them wrong or anything like that of that nature. I treated them well because again, that is my investment too. So it's like at the end of the day, if I raise quality, breed quality, and I'm able to sell to quality folks and quality people that actually are paying the prices that are justifiable to go to somebody that's actually going to put the time and the work into the dog and not just selling them out the backyard for a couple hundred. All that stuff for me was to put back into the business. The first 3 to 5 years of any business, you're not really going to see any positive revenue. But it's your job to whatever revenue you do get, whether it's is selling dog chains or selling puppies or doing commercials, doing little puppy commercials, whatever it may be with your profession with the dogs. It should always be reinvested, every dollar, to be honest, into building that state of the art facility, because at the end of the day, that's going to take you the longest. So a lot of the time, like, people always like have looked at me like, oh, you also you sell puppies and you do it so regularly, so that's good money, that's good money. People think I'm just taking that money and I'm running straight to get on a plane and go to Dubai, but that's not the reality at all. At the end of the day, I'm going to be honest, my situation is not everybody's situation, and I mean that because the dog thing and the breeding thing that I'm doing is not my only source of income. I'm not using this to put food on the table. I work my regular job to put food on the table for me and my dogs and fund my business and invest back into my business. So the stuff I do outside of the dog world is for me and my babies. And then from that point on, every positive thing, unless, some catastrophic event happens, everything that's dog related, it goes back into upgrading everything for my dog. So that comes with the startup for facility. It comes with the nutrition, the whole business planning. Like the business planning that Earl's talking about is write the realistic numbers out on a sheet of paper on how much you're going to spend on all these avenues, whether that's on whelping boxes, if you're going to be a breeder, crates, like you said. You got like the cleaning equipment, of course. You got to have the best cleaning equipment always, because at the end of the day, I've heard so many horror stories of dogs not being able to survive the kennel environments that they're living in. So the cleaning products, you can't be skinny on that. Some of them bottles, yeah, they're like $60-$70 for some of the good stuff or whatever. Or there are some at-home remedies you can make. But cleaning products are super important. The food bins where your stuff is stored, cleaning the bowls and all that good stuff. I mean, I got a grinder, so cleaning that damn thing is a pain in the ass. I'm not gonna lie, but if you don't clean that grinder, yeah, but if you don't clean that grinder, you gonna kill your dog. You know what I mean? But cleaning that shit is no joke. I'm not gonna lie. Excuse my language. Like it's a lot. And then you got to think about, how you're going to brand yourself. Like all the things that we're talking about in these classes, you got to write the realistic numbers out on the floor. What's Earl's charging for these classes and stuff like that, and these branding exercises, and maybe ask people that have a website how much you pay for that website, or if you do pet insurance is a good thing too. So that's also something that people, they lean on. Then you gotta, if you want to do it really by the book, of course, everybody wants to get their paperwork. That costs money. All the realistic numbers, you got to write it out in front of you. You got to type it out. However you do your budgeting, like for your regular life stuff, you got to budget for the dog thing too. And when you create that budget, you have to have it at a number where your dogs are living a substantial lifestyle, and not try to be skinny and cut corners, because that will hurt you in the long run if you want to make this into a business and into a brand, and it'll also hurt the dogs in the process. And I feel like the last thing that a civilized dog person would want to do is hurt the dogs before hurting themselves. So at the end of the day, you got to get those realistic numbers. We can look up on the internet how much fans cost, heaters cost, whelping equipment, like I said, cost. Drainage, if you're doing outside stuff, you can look up how much drainage and stuff costs, how much a shovel to go dig out the holes for the drainage, you know what I mean, how much fences cost if you're building a run in your yard for the outside stuff. Like all these numbers, You can literally go all over the internet or get the real numbers, and it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be a rude awakening a lot of the time. To get those facility costs and those startup costs. And then once you finish doing that, whether that took you 24 hours or even a whole week, you look at that whole budget sheet and you're like, damn. So I really got to either save up towards this, or this is what I have to build towards, because it's not impossible. You know what I mean? But I think it is impossible. My opinion is it is impossible if you don't write it out and actually see the realistic numbers. You can't just go off of he say, she say, and you can't go out on a whim. A lot of people, when they're getting ready for their breedings, they plan out all the equipment before those puppies, well before those puppies get here. Whelping pads, you know what I mean? Medicine, cleaning stuff, toys, like for once they get older, fences, you know what I mean? Once they get older, you want them to go outside and play or be in an area outside of their whelping box. The list goes on. But at the end of the day, if I never wrote out those numbers and saw what it really cost with my own eyes, I would have never known. I'd be just shooting blindly, and I'd be sitting here building and be sitting there looking outside like, damn, I need to order some more screws, or man, I got to order this concrete. And now you're just building and all your stuff's not there. A lot of the times when you're building a house or building something in your backyard, you get a whole list together before you go to Home Depot. You pull that thing out, you read off everything you need, check it off, check it twice, and then you buy everything, throw it in your backyard, and then you pick a day when you're going to start hashing out that project. It's the same thing with the building of a kennel, starting up your facility, all those things like that. That comes with the business planning. So those numbers are out there. It's just us being able to do the research and go find those things.
Yeah,
Great.
absolutely.
Great. Yeah.
Absolutely.
You want to take it from there, Big John?
No, I mean Mark is 100% right, man. Like planning, like if you don't plan, you're gonna. I mean, I'm sorry, the probabilities of you failing is high. Because like this, man, like everything is not gonna go 100% according to plan. So, for instance,
Yeah, it is. Absolutely. Look, you're gonna have your first litter. Right?
Yeah.
You're gonna have 15 puppies. Your first place is gonna go for 30,000.
Tell them, Earl.
Listen, bro. Second pig, 20,000, bro. Listen. After that first litter, man, look.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So I'll give an example. So I had to get electricity in the facility, right? Little goofy stuff. So got my markings and everything, and the guy still hit a sprinkler pipe. Bow. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, real quick, what time did they leave?
Huh?
What time did
9
they
o'clock.
leave? I told
9
you.
9 o'clock.
Did I tell you?
Yeah.
I know how long it takes to do that work.
They was good though. You know, they already had stuff prepared on, in their truck with them, because that can happen. But just little goofy stuff like that, you know what I mean? Little goofy stuff like that can happen, man. Just having a plan, like when I got the facility, right? I knew how much that was going to cost. Boom. Knew how much it was going to cost me for the installation. I know how much it's going to cost me to waterproof stain the floors in there. I know how much it's going to cost me for the kennels that I'm putting in there. I mean, like Marky said, you pretty much it's easy. You just pretty much write it out, man. You see what your budget is going to be. Now, don't go spend if you got a $15,000 budget. Don't go spend $12,000 on a facility. You might
and you don't have to build it all at once.
Yeah, there you go.
You don't have to spend 30. You don't have to spend 30 G's on day one. Look, you don't have to do that.
Take your time. Take your time and really, really, really map out what you want to do, because a lot of times we can burn a lot of money speedballing, man. Take your time.
That will hurt you. That'll hurt you.
Yeah.
Try to rush.
Take your time, man. Take your time. Research. Talk to some people. Reach out to some people who who have done this before, possibly made some mistakes, man. They can help you avoid some of the traps out there, you know, because there's people out there charging a whole lot of money to do things, especially if you don't know. So you get some prices. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't cost you. It shouldn't. I mean, like I said, I'm in the South. Somebody run off. Oh man, it's gonna cost $5,000 to run electricity from your house to your building. No, that's too expensive. No, it don't cost that much to do that.
They don't.
You know what I'm saying? Just ask around, man. And like I said, be patient. Even when it comes to purchasing dogs, be patient. Do your research. Do your research.
That's part of it.
Do your research on the dogs. Look at the dogs. Look, you spend the money. You don't have to
Do
accept
your research on the person. Do your research on the person.
Yeah, there you go. Do your research
More
on
important
the
than the
person.
dog is the person.
Because there's a lot of jokers out there, man.
You're not doing business with a dog, guys. You're doing business with a person on the other end of that leash.
We're losing everybody. Look at that. We all getting knocked off.
Internet's killing everyone. Y'all pay your internet bills. What's going on, man?
Yeah, man. So I mean, and you know, this takes me back, Earl, to when you was doing the videos on the business plan.
Yeah.
And you look at the views on those videos, you're like, man, nobody even looking at those. And remember what I used to tell you? I looked at them.
I quit doing them, man.
Yeah, I know you did, but
I quit doing because
but we still look at them, right?
Right. It helped me. It helped me, and that's why. I mean, I'll be 100 with everybody. That's why I'm able to do what I'm able to do.
That's why you're here. That's why you're here right now.
And before I purchased the dog from this guy, he said, "Hold up, what's your business plan?" None. I said, "None, really." Seriously, he said, "Okay, all right. So, man, what is it that you want to do? What do you see yourself in 3 years? How you plan on going about doing?" I mean, before I gave him $1, before I gave him a deposit for a dog, this is what we talked about.
Yep, same.
You know what I'm saying? So I kind of was like, okay. So I go back to the drawing board. I work in finance, so I sat down. I'm writing down like, okay, what I want to do, which direction I want to go. Boom, 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 boom. That's what I'm looking at. Those are bloodlines I'm looking at. What is it going to take? Boom. It's going to take me. At that time, I was like an outside facility. I'm just going to have so many dogs. So boom, I got the outside facility done, and then boom, I hit Earl back. I'm ready to go. You know what I'm saying? Here's what I want to do. And we talked about tweaking some things in my business plan. And then that's when, you know, we discussed Sumo or whatever. And then fast forward 6 or 7 months, I'm like, okay, I don't have enough room for what I want. But that's what I'm saying, people. Like a well thought out plan and being honest with yourself and what direction you want to go will save you some money. It will. Like if I would have just slowed up and like, bam, what do I really want? 6 dogs? 7? That little outside kennel that I built, that ain't gonna hold it. I wasn't all the way sure. Huh, go ahead.
It held you for a little bit.
Yeah, it held me for a little bit, but I quickly realized that, hey, you know what? I want to do this. I want to do this on a larger scale. You know,
the funny thing you
got the
mentioned
yard space, so I switched to the facility part. You know, and like I said, hindsight being 2020, if I'd have did that first, you know, I would have had the facility done completely in the back all by itself. But now I got the facility in one section, and then I got the outside kennel behind it, behind another fence in another section. Spent a little bit more money, But you know, those are the breaks sometimes.
Let,
You
let
know,
me ask you this then, okay? I'll play
Yeah.
devil's advocate.
yeah.
All right. So, knowing what you know now,
hmm
when you first called me before you bought your first dog, if I would have told you, John, spend $1,000 with me, I'm going to do your full business plan. Tell me what your full budget is, and tell me what you're trying to get and how long you're trying to make it in. Would you have spent that 1,000?
Yep. Because I spent more than 1,000 reorganizing.
That was the first thing I told you. The same thing too. That's dimes. That's pennies in comparison to what you're fixing to lay down. I
Yeah.
mean, depending on where you want to go, it don't matter where you want to go. What you're trying to breed, you're fixing to spend tens of thousands, right? I mean, that's a couple dogs, facilities. Yeah, that $1,000 will be the best. That'll be the best $1,000 investment you make. Period. I can
Yeah.
assure anybody
Real
and
talk.
everybody. The
So,
best.
so let me tell you like this, guys, and I'm glad you guys are bringing it up. The topic is starting a new kennel. Let me tell you, man. I have sold out litters, right? Ask me how many business plans I've sold.
Many.
How many? 2?
0.
Yeah. People
I've
don't see
sold-
that as being important.
It's critical. Super.
I have paid, people have paid me for a consultation,
Mm-hmm.
but no one has purchased a business plan for me. Okay. So now that you're telling your story, and Bradley, you're telling your story, and if you could redo it all over again, at that time when we met and you reached out to me and I got back to you and I said, how can I help you? What's your vision? Let's see if our things align, right? And of course, they align because we're all here. But my point is that now that you understand how I am and what we're doing, you would, if you could rewind that back time, you would have paid me that 1,000 and been like, listen, dude, take my 1,000, tell me what I need to do, and tell me the timeline. Would you agree with that?
Every time. 1,000% agree.
But the problem is like where everyone is so excited about the dogs, and I'm like, hey, listen, man, where are you trying to be? You know, oh, okay, you bought that. Okay, cool, that's nice. No, are you trying to get something from me? Great. You know, and I'm really trying to understand what you're trying to do because, you know, when you guys reach out to me, keep in mind that I have to remove myself from the situation, right? I have to. Okay, what are you trying to do? I'm not trying to, you know, crap on your dream or tell you you're getting off the wrong way. I'm trying to open your eyes and drop a few gems in there for you to be like, okay, I didn't think about that. But also give you what you want. And so this is going to be very important as, you know, as we grow, as you guys, you know, as people reach out to you. To me, whoever reaches out to me for a dog or a puppy, the first thing I want to know is why. Why do you want this dog? Because I'm here to help you. And maybe this dog is not for you. Maybe I'm not for you. Right. I don't want my dogs to end up, you know, in a pound, in a shelter. I don't want you to, you know, fail in your walk into starting a new kennel because I'm just a little farther ahead. I'm the same guy like you. Had a dream about loving these dogs, starting a kennel, making a profitable business. Isn't that the dream for everybody? Right? To be able to love your dogs, make a great living, get rewarded handsomely for it. And you know what I mean?
Yep.
I know that's what it is for me. And so when someone reaches out to me, I always say, hey, let's schedule a call, a consultation. Let's talk about it. Let me see if if we're in alignment. Let me see if I can help you. Some people I can't help them. You know what I mean? They have a singular focus. I'm like, cool. If you want something from me, here's the price. It's already on the website, so I'm not trying to trick you out of no money. And some people, it's like I really try to listen to whoever's reaching out to me to see how I can help you. I don't want to just sell you a puppy and be like, all right, get out of here. Don't call me again. I want to see you win. I want to see you win with that puppy. I want to see you flourish. I want to see that puppy become a dog and make a name in the industry. And especially if I bred the dog, of course it matters to me. And so I really do care about, you know, what you're trying to do. And this is how everyone like. I wasn't planning on putting this many chapters last year. It just kind of happened that way.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you run into the right people, man, and you know what? God works in mysterious ways, man.
Yep.
You know, He brings those to you that's supposed to be there. And so I liked that you guys actually said that you know it's become a dilemma now. That's why when I first bought my dogs, like if you see my early videos, I was building facility. And fortunately for me, I come from a construction background and trade, plumbing, electrical, framing, you know, name it. But I knew right away, like I know how I like to be. I like my stuff clean, organized, efficient.
Yeah,
So I
buddy.
build it a certain way. And so I'm actually glad that you guys are like saying now that if you could do it over, you would have built facility first and
Yeah,
then came
man.
and talked to me.
For
But if I
sure.
told you that in the beginning, you probably be like, "Nah, man, just give me that first pick."
That's the tough
Yeah.
part, right? Because that's what we all look at is that
Yeah.
dog, that
Sorry,
pup,
guys, by the way, I
that
keep on
vision, where we want to go with it.
We got a good question out there too, fellas. Elijah
it out, man.
Jackson on YouTube. How would
Actually,
you
Jackson.
how would you recover if you've made certain mistakes with either spending hella money on a facility first or on dogs first? Ooh.
Gotta stop first. You gotta stop
Yeah.
spending that money and
So
sit down.
as soon as you realize you made a mistake, like Mark, stop.
Stop.
So if you're building the right business plan, you're already accruing for that type stuff. In all honesty, I know we're talking about after it's happened here, but
Yeah.
being honest in your business planning and in your planning, you've got to account for that type of stuff because it's going to happen. It's not
Yeah.
if, it's when, right? It's going to.
So
Okay,
and it's
pause
not-
right there. Okay, I like this question, Elijah. So let me just say something, guys. For the Insta and YouTube fan, number one, this is not a feel-good podcast here. This is not one of those, hey, Marky, your hair is nice. Oh, your eyebrows are nice, John. This is not that. We're here talking about real topics that matter to real people who are breeders, who want to get into breeding, or are looking to purchase something. So we're hitting on relevant topics that are not talked about even closely, remotely closely in the industry. Everyone wants to talk about, well, if you take a Merle dog to a tri dog and you're going to get a dog that's a tri or a Merle, dude, that's laughable, okay? Because with AI and with Chat GPT right now, I tell you what, I tell you how to fix a car just off YouTube, right? So that's not the channel you're walking into when you walk into our channel. You know what I mean? If you're trying to figure out what a tri and a Merle makes, you're in the wrong room. You know what I mean? You don't need to come here for that. You can go somewhere and get your answer in 3 minutes. What we're talking about here is real discussions, real things, real life scenarios. What happens to you as a breeder, as a buyer, as a seller, as a business person? We're cutting thick into the heavy of things, and you're asking the twofold question. And so I'd like to address one question at a time because it's hard to answer both. If you spend all your money on a facility with no dogs, well, you're dead in the water. You got nothing for sale, my friend. You can have the prettiest facility without the correct dogs. It means nothing. Number one. Now, if you're heavy on dogs and you don't have facility, you're going to have a management problem in your life, especially once you start whelping and start keeping dogs. Now, if you bought the right dogs in the right facility and you don't have a business plan and good marketing, you're also dead in the water. So just because you have a nice facility, nice dogs, does not guarantee success. I know people who have made it out of a basement with 100 dogs down there. Listen, man, this is why these lives matter to me. This is why these topics matter so much to me because we get to dive deep into it and engage with you guys who have real questions of what you're dealing with, right? So in terms of how do you recover? Sometimes you got to pause, stop, and hit a reset button. And if you got yourself in a place where you don't know where to go, okay, before any technology, right? If you got lost and you didn't know where to go, what would you do?
get a gas
I gotta
station,
go get to the gas station and get me a
And
map.
then what would you do?
and then map out where I gotta go.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you would ask the person.
Ask, yeah. Hey, which way is such?
Mhm.
There you go.
But
So-
but you know, it's hard for people to ask people sometimes, man. It's just we live in a world, man, where I don't know. I think society made it a bad thing.
Dude,
For
you see that number right
for
there?
you not to know, for you to ask.
Yeah.
773-814-0391. That's my real phone number. That's not a Google number. That's not a side chick number. That's a real number. And you know what? Go on my website, bro. Schedule a consultation with me, and let's assess where you're at and how you got there. I know,
Yeah.
real talk. Call that number right now. My phone will ring. You think I'm kidding? I'm about this, man. This is not a game to me. I'm not gonna give you a fake Google number that's like, let me connect you to the Google customer. No, you call Earl, like, what's up, dude? Hey, Earl speaking. What's up? How can I help you? This is why my bonds with people that know me, man, they ride with me thick and thin because they know they got a real one. They know I'm gonna help you out as much as I can, you know. And so, I appreciate the question, man. But the thing is, okay, how did you get there? Well, let me elaborate on that. One, maybe you didn't have the best plan. Two, maybe you dealt with some people and got some dollars from some people who didn't ask you what your vision was, right? And so that's really what I'm trying to say. It's anyone who gets something from me, let me understand what you're trying to do so I can help you best, especially if you get something from me, right? I want you to win. Why don't I? You got something from me, something I produced. I want and need you to win. So of course I'm going to give you the best of what I got and my best of my experience, my knowledge. I don't know everything first and foremost. If I wanted to mix a Merlin, I'd try. I'd Google it. This is not what we're talking about on this channel, guys. This is about making it, understanding finances. You know what I mean? Because going to the show ain't free. Those rings ain't free. Those handlers ain't free. Traveling to the show ain't free. Breeding these dogs ain't free. The vets ain't free. These puppies ain't free. Facilities aren't free. Utilities aren't free. So, I really want to raise the level of conversation that we're having within the community so that we're more aware, we're hyper aware. So that when you talk to somebody who understands your pain, has been there and got through it, you're talking to a person that's really been there. Or I can be like, hey man, I like you, John. I'm gonna give you $500 off my first pick because you're wearing blue today, and blue's my favorite color. And you're from Georgia, and my grandmother was from Georgia, so I'm gonna give you $500 off. That's some cheeseball stuff, dude. You know what I mean? And we hear it all the time. We hear it all the time. So I'm here. These lives, the purpose of these lives is to really dive into these things, to bring awareness, right? Don't get got, man. Don't go out here and buy 2-3 puppies and spend 20, 30, 40 G's. And then 2 years later and be like, oh my God, what now? Because nobody told you. One thing you're not going to get from Sumo is that. You're not going to get that from us. I don't care if it's me. I don't care if it's Ish. I don't care if it's Marky or John, Bradley. And you know what? These guys, I hold them to the same standard I hold myself. So that's why I say, first and foremost, thank you for everyone that's on the channel and listening. Because without you guys, we're not even having this conversation. Why would I talk about this if you don't even want to hear it? So anyhow, Ish, your topic. I'm sorry, man. I hijacked your topic, brother.
Nah, don't worry about it. I mean, I'm a piggyback off of what you said a little while ago. Let's talk about the logistics part, because that's another part that hit me in the face too. That I'm pretty sure it hit a lot of other people who gotta, travel to get these puppies when they're ready to be picked up, or need to, or like us who's breeding them and need to be shipping them out, or going to shows to show the dogs, especially it's going if you can't get your dog to be registered as a service dog, or at least calm enough to fly in the flight with you, you're going to be doing a lot of driving, and this is it's costly. It's costly. So let's talk about that part. Going to these shows.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
it's not cheap. It's not cheap.
That's that right there. Issues is a real topic for. I think if you're, and this is my opinion, if you're in this lane, your dogs are registered by our registry, ABKC. I think you should be supporting the shows. I think you should be participating in the shows. Logistically, everybody may not be able to go cross country to across the state to Cali or where have you, but at least support your local shows. You know what I'm saying? The show in your town, your state, in your town, man, show up, show out. Get your dog prepped for a show, enter into a show. Train to be a handler if you don't want to pay for a handler. Get a handler if you don't want to be a handler. But all of it costs money. It's not just about getting the dog, because you can have.
But John, I got something that's 10 times Godzilla, John.
I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. I know it was.
Listen, bro, I got something 10 times Godzilla.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm feeding old Roy. You know
but
what I mean?
I don't know about that dog.
I don't know about that dog.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But you have to, man, you got to consider what the cost, man. It's more than just buying that dog. And I know we sound like we beating a dead horse. Yeah. And I know it probably sounds boring to some of you guys, man, but if we can help one person, I'm good with it. I'm good with it. If we can help one person not spend unnecessary money, man, it's always going to be dogs to buy. Believe that. People always doing breedings. You can find breedings being done all the time. You can find, like Earl say, 10 times Godzilla and all that stuff. It's out here. You can find that, man.
Yeah,
but
you're
gonna do yourself better in the end if you just take your time and prepare. Get a business plan, like Marky and Earl said. A business plan, man. Get this stuff written down. If you don't know, ask somebody, man. How much? Okay, Earl, how much if I'm going to compete in my first show? How much is it going to cost for me to get my dog? Let's say I got to go to Chicago. It's a show in Chicago. I live in Georgia. I need to get to Chicago with my dog. I need to get a handler. It's a 4-ring show. What are the supplies I need? Because you just can't show up with your dog with no dog food, no poop bags, and
you also got to pay to register them so they can be in the show.
Yeah,
there you go.
Are you driving or flying?
Huh?
Are you driving or flying?
I'm flying, and I got a service dog. Let's make it easy for people. I'm flying, and it's a service dog.
You're gonna get there Friday and leave Sunday?
Yes.
1,800.
Easy.
Just like that. Just like that.
Each ring is 20. Each ring for a handler is 50. Okay. Your flight round trip, the dog round trip, 150 each way. Plus your round trip tickets from there to you're probably 400.
Yep.
Plus your hotel stay 2 nights.
Yep. Say 200.
Plus your food.
Just you better schedule those flights well in advance if you're gonna get them for 400.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But you'll have to. You know what I'm saying? You'll have to.
Yep.
You have to look at that ABKC schedule and get your flights, right?
You're gonna pay
But-
the pet fee at the hotel, which is
Yep.
the
For the pet fee.
Yeah, pet fee per night.
Then if you're flying, you're gonna have to Uber. You're gonna have to have a rental car, something, right?
Yeah.
Because you got to have transportation. Unless
You
you
gotta have
have to buy.
transportation from the hotel to the show and back.
Are you drinking or not drinking?
You know, I drink cranberry
Double it.
juice.
Cranberry juice.
Ah!
$4.99.
There you go.
No, but this is the stuff people don't talk about, though, right? I mean, that's
They don't.
that's why
Yeah,
we,
but this-
that's why
it
we do
adds
this,
up real
right?
fast.
It ain't just about the dogs. Now, when we dive into the dogs, you guys have been part of the show. We do it right? We do it for the shows. We do the quality with it, but these little things here are the things that really matter and go along with everything else, right? And I think that's the thing with Sumo is you get the package, right? It's not just the dogs, it's not just the facilities, it's not just the care for this, it's not just the friendships and the things that we do. It's the whole package, right? And I think that's what turned me on to these guys in this group from the beginning. There's nothing fake here. From not one of us, right? This what you see, what you hear. It's the same conversations that the five of us would be having if no one was watching.
Well,
but
mine's a little bit different. For me, it's Marky's hair because none of
Crazy.
us are. All of us are.
You've been sitting quiet too long, Marky. You had to know he was coming, man. You had to know he was coming, bro.
Bradley's looking thin. Ish is looking thin. I'm smooth. The only reason, guys, YouTube and just that I recruited Marky, bro. Is, listen, it's super important to me that somebody on the team is here, first and foremost. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Well, yeah, the good.
Yeah, look, it's just thin too. You see what I'm
Good
saying?
point.
Yeah, I'm in. Yeah.
I ain't thin, I'm gone.
And I'm like, I'm going to be like Sumo Bully Kennel's Rogaine for men.
Right.
I'm like, we need a member with hair. You know what I mean? So I'm like, you know what? Marky fits the profile. Now, if he starts receding, we're gonna have to kick him out of Sumo Bully Kennels.
That ain't gonna happen.
Like,
That ain't happening to me.
First side of Beijing, I'm on it. I'm
Oh.
on your neck, bro. Don't do it, man. Don't do it.
I'm not doing Beijing. I'm just going to cut it off, Big John. I can't. I
Yeah,
can't do
let it go,
Beijing.
bro. Let it
Yeah,
go.
I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna let it go.
hey, listen, but it's okay. Listen, man. Hey, whatever, however you got to the dance, that's how you got there, but that's all that matters, right? No judgment, right? So, just how it
wasn't
goes.
looking at the hair. Trust me, they wasn't looking at the hair.
You know what I mean? It's definitely the hair. You know what I mean?
That was good, man, because logistically, man, people and we didn't even get to the if you get a booth, we didn't talk about that.
Booth is 200.
Then your banners and
dogs.
The banners.
Come on,
Yeah.
man.
The
So
You
advertisement.
gotta have giveaways. Well, no, you don't have to have it. Sumo has to have giveaways.
right.
Well,
That's mandatory.
that's different. That's
If you
different.
get a booth at a show as a Sumo member, you got to have mandatory giveaways.
Yeah.
That's how we always have to give back to the community. I feel very strongly about that. I'm always going to stand on that. If I died tomorrow, I would have at least a positive contribution.
Yeah.
Contribution to the community to me is non-negotiable.
Let's throw a wrench in it. Okay, let's say you say, I don't plan on supporting the shows. I don't plan on going to shows. I just want to breed my dog.
That's cool.
Cool. Okay.
You better be hell of a marketer.
Let's run it down. The expenses. We get first pick female off of Godzilla back to Godzilla's door.
Hey, hold on. We're gonna do the numbers game now. Is that what we're doing?
Yeah. So how much do we pay for first pick female off of that? Right. Inbred daughter of Godzilla.
Hypothetically, just not our numbers.
Hypothetically, that sounds like 12 to 15K.
12 to 15K.
Let's be nice and say 12.
All right.
Okay.
She's
Good
a
luck with
puppy.
that. Let's just say 12.
She's
How
a
many
puppy.
females? One.
Right. So she's a puppy, right?
Okay. So okay. You 12 in.
Yep.
We
you 12 in.
talking 18 months, 15 months.
Okay.
We're waiting for her third heat cycle.
$100
Right.
a month because of keeper.
All right. So, and I hope you feeding raw. We're gonna send Marky on you.
So that's
So-
an easy 3K maybe.
And that's one
He
dog,
said,
right?
Hey, look, pause. My man
Yeah.
Adam said that's 12 before ears and shipping costs. I tell you what, Adam, at Sumo, ears are always included.
Yep.
I'm about to
Yeah.
say.
Ears are always included, my friend. You know what? That's me. You like my dog, I like you. You're getting the ears, my boy. That's
Yeah.
how I feel about that. Man, look, you get them, your stitches are out. All you got to do is massage them, clean it out a little bit for another 3-4 days. That's me just showing appreciation. Anyhow, go ahead, John. Sorry.
So now we got
He
medical.
was on feeding.
Oh, I was on feeding.
Raw.
So puppy, get your puppy at 8 weeks. That's 2 months. What you got? 12, 13 more months to go. Raw feeding for 12 months on one dog. About
I'm gonna say
300. About
3K.
300 a month.
No, that's
No, it's less than that.
no. If you're gonna go food, utilities, and shots and all that stuff, you're probably 100 to 125 a month, depending on where you're at, and if you give your most of your own shots. So go $100. I'm gonna go $100.
No, let's go. The guy don't do his own shots.
You gotta go get them
He
done.
goes to the vet. He goes to the vet.
Yep.
He going to the vet.
You grinding your own food? No.
Nope, he's
No,
buying
he's
it
not
just like
grinding
I
his
am.
own
We'll
food.
go
He's
200 a
probably
month.
buying it.
Golly, man, buddy, you got to do something.
Because look, think about how many people scared to get that grinder,
Oh my god.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. We'll go to 100 a month for that dog.
You know what I mean? So
You see how it went up?
yeah, so we talking. Okay, let's just keep it 200. 200 a month for 12,
3,600.
13 months, right? So that's 2,400 right there for 12 months, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you got to go 18 months before you breed.
Well, yeah. Well,
36.
You're going
Now-
36
now
on top of
you-
that.
Yeah.
36 on top of that 12, right?
15.6.
15.6. Okay.
Yeah.
What's your stud fee?
Right. There we go. You got to get a stud fee. Now, you're not going to take that one time Godzilla back to his daughter to any old stud. I would hope not.
Yeah.
You would line it up.
I
Make
mean,
sure-
a respectable number is 8.
Okay. So where we at now?
23.6. Yep.
Okay.
Bradley
Now
is on it.
now you got to ship that. Now you got to ship that. You got to get that. You got to get that juice, right?
You gotta
Yeah.
get the juice.
So there's
That's
cost
500.
there.
That's another 500.
There
We
you go.
forgot about
What about your
cages.
food
Whether
test?
if the dog is in the house, cages, toys. If you got toys, leashes, you got. Some people don't believe time is money. So what you got to get up in the morning and walk that dog. You gotta clean up. You gotta get home in the evening from work, walk that dog. You know what I'm saying? So you almost looking at 25 to 30K before
No.
you even
That's
get
not-
a
I was gonna say,
return on
it's gonna-
investment.
Let's stay there.
there's a
Hold
lot.
on. Where were we at right now?
24.1
24.1 with the stud fee?
with the stud.
Yeah.
Okay. Now that doesn't include the cost of daily care. Right?
Okay.
We're not
Awesome.
we're not even gonna put that in there. What about the progesterone test?
Mm.
You're gonna do 3? 100
How
bucks
many
each?
of them? How many of them you gonna do?
Let's do 3. Let's
Let's do
add
3.
300 to that.
Man,
And let's
listen, I need
pay
that
for a
100.
TCI at 500.
I need that $100 connect because
Yeah,
mine.
25 even. Cleveland say it. 24.9, but call it 25.
Okay, we're at 25. Now we're gonna
Yep.
confirm on day 45. That's another 150 bucks. Right? Where are we at now, Bradley?
25, 150.
25, 150. Okay, we confirm, right? Guess what? No one knows this dog is having. Did you pay for promotion? What does
I
promotion
have
cost?
to at this point. If no one
Okay.
knows,
Okay, so now let's say you have 6 puppies. To break even, what do you got to sell each puppy for?
to break
About
even,
six.
But 5 to 6.
Yeah.
48 ish. 40.
Yeah, to
No,
3 to
let's
5.
get an
less than
exact.
five.
Somebody get a
Little less than
calculator out.
5.
To break even.
So where did we end at?
4,500 to break
No,
even.
hold on.
25 grand.
Well, there's one thing that you forgot.
Hmm.
Whelping is about $1,000 per week.
Whelping box, all the supplements.
That's
Yeah.
8.
Plus 5. So we're at 30
Okay.
grand now.
Yep.
Yes.
Right.
Okay. So in
So-
order to just break even,
Pups got to go
it's
for 5,000.
$5,000,
Yeah.
right? You ain't
That's-
even made no money yet.
Nope. Anything less than that, you're paying them to take your dog.
You haven't
Zero.
made no money yet. And then here comes Uncle Earl talking about buying crops for free. Dude, if I don't deliver more value for the industry than anybody else, man, I'm a liar. Let God strike me down right now.
Hey, Earl, here's a specific question for you, bro. What kennel is Godzilla from? I keep hearing his name.
Sumo, man.
I thought you gonna stop throwing that Godzilla name out there, bro.
He love that. He love that.
It's
Yeah.
Godzilla and King Kong.
Right.
No, listen to me. Okay, let me explain that to you, my friend. When I say Godzilla and King Kong, I mean people who build their yards off of a popular stud, and they're like, "Well, I got a second pick. I got a first pick, Godzilla," right? And the dog has like 500 productions, and you don't know where any of them are at, and you think you got something special because you got one of the 500, right? And no one knows your name or your dog's name. So when I say you got something 10 times King Kong or Godzilla, I'm really trolling 90% of our industry. Oh, I got a dog that's yeah, cool. But who cares about this dog? Nobody. We don't even know what this dog looks like. Right? And that's what happens is because you think you bought something of value, you think you have something of value. Buying something of value and having value on its own are two different things. So the person who put value into that dog and you bought it, that person did their job. You bought something of perceived value and did nothing with that dog. So technically you have nothing of value.
Lost it. That's right.
And so when I tell you that we have a different live here, that yeah, we're showing you behind the curtain, man. We're
Yeah.
But hold that thought, right? We're 30 grand in
Oh,
with
yeah.
the whelping, right?
You good, Pastor Son. It's just a joke, bro. We you good. Ain't
No,
no need to apologize, man.
No problem. Hey, listen, man, I don't
Yeah.
take myself that seriously, guys. You
Yeah.
can troll me all you want. Listen, I got enough haters. So trust me, you're not gonna hurt my feelings. So when I tell
we had
you
30 grand,
30 grand to produce a litter of 6, right?
6 puppies. I mean, 0, bro. Like I mean, and that's if you sell them for 5.
Hold up. One, you ended up having complications during. Now you got to go vet.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Emergency C-section.
Now,
I like that, Brad.
Here's some of that. What you got to plan for, right? Because it's
2
bound to
grand.
happen.
2 grand for a C-section. We're at
Nice,
32.
At least 1,500 for a C-section. So you in the red.
Yep.
Let's go 2 grand, and then let's say, you know what, you can't sell your puppies. They're close to, they're like 6-7 weeks. Now you got to crop them
Yep.
because no one wants to buy a 10-week-old dog with floppy ears.
Yep.
Right now, it's more expensive to crop a dog at 10 weeks old with floppy ears. So at
Yep.
6-7 weeks, you ain't got them sold. You're cutting them now.
Hold
Right.
up. A couple weeks in, heaven forbid, you
Let's
lose
go
two. You lose 2 of them. You lose
right?
2 of them. Now you're down to 4.
Let's go 3,600. Let's go 300 per puppy on a crop.
Damn.
It's
Okay.
1,800. Well, no, Bradley said you lost 2.
You lost 2. You lost 2 with some
lost 2.
complications early on. So now you're down to 4.
We're
Yep.
down to
So
4
3, 4,
plus
so it's 12.
2,000 for a C-section, right?
Yep. So now you're at 33 2.
33 to okay.
Yep. But you're down to 4 now. So now what do we got to sell them for?
Wait a minute.
Oh, you in the red.
5 ain't gonna do it
You're
no more,
right.
right? And now you what? 7, 8. Now you at 8.
And Earl, I think
7,
Earl
5.
get ready to say you gonna drop the price. Would you get ready to say that?
Well, what are you gonna do?
No, I'm saying
Now
we're
you're
going.
cheating all over the place and they're pissing all over the place.
Yeah, right.
Now you're picking a pool like a madman. These puppies are tearing everything up. You know what I mean? What are you gonna do? Call the breeder of 10 times Godzilla now to, hey man, I need some help selling these dogs. They'll be like, nah, bro, I got my own
Negative.
dog.
Negative.
That's a negative on that. I'm not gonna shout out your litter.
Who said
Hashtag unalive yourself. You know
Oh,
what I
wow.
mean? Like,
Oh shit! Wow.
it's the truth.
It's real.
This is as real as it gets,
Yep.
right? And so here you are 2 years later. That's why the most common thing that breeders say is, yeah, holler at me in 2 years. Because they know the cycle if they made it. Or they say it to be insulting, or they say it to help you. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And we say all that to say, man, like this is the stuff you have to think about and even write it down. I mean, projections. That's what
Barn underscore
businesses do.
bullies. Hold on, let me read something out in this show. A sumo at Sumo Bully Kennel South, absolute, it's a must. Did 6 for our monopoly breeding. She took her first time same female. She just bred 2. I'm gonna assume Mondo.
Mhm.
My other female, 2 to 3 PGs like clockwork. Okay, Barn underscore bullies, do me a favor. Let's not put stud names in this thing. I don't shit on nobody's stud, nor do I promote nobody's stud. So I don't mind that you ask a question regarding breeding or finances, but we're not here to promote or disparage anybody's dog or camp. And so I would appreciate if you don't put particular stud names. That's why I always say 10 times Godzilla, right? Because I'm not trying to trash anybody's dog. So that's just a me thing. You didn't do nothing wrong. You know what I mean? You said what you said, but that's why kind of the rules of our thing is that we don't, I'm not here to talk bad about anybody's dog or stud or females or anybody at all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we don't trash talk anybody's dog, and we don't give anybody's dog clout. Not even our own dogs on this chat. As you notice, we didn't mention any of our dogs in here. That's for a purpose. We want to keep things unbiased. If I'm going to promote my litter, I'll promote it outside of this chat. So, you know what I mean? Just so you know, my friend, and I'm not offended by what you said. I'm just letting you know that that's how we rotate up in here.
So yeah, man, we just now
Yeah, are
on
we
that
going
particular
negative
subject,
on this litter then?
yeah, it's a negative. It's a negative because Earl already said now they 6 and 7 weeks old, had the crop, and they not sold. So now some people gonna start hitting that panic button, right? And now that price drops. Whether you do it publicly or privately, when that person calls, you know what I mean?
You want me to go there?
No. I don't want you to go there.
Okay. I'm just, hey man, you tell me where you want me to go.
But basically, man, like so we ended up at 30K just about. And if you drop them things from 5 to 4, let's just say 4,000. You drop them 1,000. That's 16,000 you made, but you put in 30.
You lost 14.
On the whole, 14 grand.
Yep.
And that's how it can go.
Man, that sounds like a winner to me.
You just paid them 2 grand per puppy to take your puppy.
Pretty much.
That you just worked your ass off on for 18 months.
Or
months,
no, I'm not
months.
gonna say it. No, you know what? I'm gonna behave. I'll behave tonight. I'm gonna behave tonight, guys. See, you guys pick these topics that I get super passionate about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then I gotta then my wife's gonna start texting me like, settle down.
I was going to say, where Audrey at?
That was
I know she watching.
That was her.
Oh,
She's
watching from somewhere and be like, oh, he's about to turn. I gotta get him before he turns.
before he takes the juice.
Well, Elijah Jackson with another one. He said, "Man, you pay all that money and then your dog don't take."
Yep.
Hey, been there, done it.
Yep.
Buddy.
Yep. So now add another 6-8 months.
No, that's
on
a
top of
zero.
all them expenses that we
That's a zero.
That's
You
a
said 30 at this point.
You're cooked.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Hey,
cooked.
that's
Like
happened
my
to
boy
me.
say. Yeah, you cooked.
That's happened to me 3 times.
Yeah,
Hey, man, that's real in this
Yeah.
what we do.
that
That's
happens.
real.
Yeah,
And
Man,
and, all right, so
you can do PG testing. You can hit the numbers at their peak, and that dog still don't take.
Yeah.
Hey,
It's
and
happened
so
to me
what
3
about
times,
the
man. I'm
guys
telling
who
you.
don't give you a repeat of the juice?
Man, I
Well,
don't even want to talk about that, man. Because
I'm
if
just
you,
saying, 'cause now you got to double up. Now that juice is
Yep.
doubled up. It went from
Yep.
8 to 16,000 now. Because you paid it
well,
twice.
if you were locked in early and you have a contract, and the person you're working with is ethical, then you're in a good spot.
Okay.
Let's keep it 100 there.
no, Ish was saying if you got somebody who
Don't do it. Because there's businessmen that's out there that be like, oh, I'm gonna send it to you once and that's it.
I think that's another
No,
topic.
that's facts. No, that's
I think that's another topic, though.
yeah.
Should you?
No. But that's
Should
the
you-
thing. Like in starting a new kennel, right? Now you start it up, and now you're trying to get off and make it,
Mm-hmm.
right? My thing is, like, you don't think I want my guys to win? You don't
Hey,
think? You
yep.
know what I mean?
And I was gonna say that's just cost on the side of the dog. That has zero to do with this kennel that we're supposed to be building to house and where you can easily double that number just to get started. Easily,
Yeah.
right?
Okay, and then what about marketing and branding,
Exactly.
right?
Yep.
That wasn't even added in there yet.
No.
I'm just saying, you know how much money people spend on marketing and branding, and in our industry, we think that that's just like, oh, well, I'm gonna just call it, Big John's XLs. Okay, you know what, man? And then you think because you bought a 20K dog that you could charge 20K for a dog. Why would I pay a 20K dog from you if you bought a dog from somebody else and pay 20K when I could pay 20K and get it from the source? That's like me. That's like pulling up to McDonald's and their Big Mac is $10, and you want $10 for a Big Mac, but you bought it from McDonald's. I just go to McDonald's and pay $10. I'm gonna buy a Big Mac from you. It's got to be 6.
yeah.
Otherwise, why would I buy it from you for $10 when I can just go to McDonald's and get that same? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's where the biggest man part of our industry that gets misled is that you think just because you're getting that 10 times Godzilla Big Mac sandwich and a person bought it and then they could sell it for the same price, like, dude, that's where you lost your damn mind.
Yep.
No.
Kenneth got a question here on says, what's your take on co-owning a pet to get started?
It can work based on the right person and the right co-owner. The right co-owner and the right person you're working with can work. Or more often than not, I see it the other way. The person that gave you the dog and you're the co-owner, you're getting exploited.
Earl, would you co-own without a contract?
Hell no.
What?
Y'all don't think it's done out there?
This man answered fun.
No.
It's being done.
It's being done. It's definitely being done. There's people.
Yeah, no, that's why I asked the question.
There's people selling dogs without contracts. There's people like So it's
That's
just,
why I asked the question. Like,
I ain't gonna lie.
What?
I'm not doing anything in this dog game without a contract. I ain't doing nothing without a contract.
Matter
of fact, if my cousin wants to buy a dog from me, we're gonna have a contract. And I'm not even.
That's even more reason to have a contract.
Yeah, exactly.
right.
I'm not even selling a dog unless Marquis hair is involved.
Man, listen.
Oh my god.
Man, listen.
Bro.
No, Marky, no funny shit. Oh, pardon me. I just watched Coming to America Part 2. You kind of look like the dude, bro.
I hate y'all, man.
Why do you think I keep bringing that up? Bro, they come to America with a grape juice.
No, part two. The
You're
young
crazy. Yeah, he's crazy for going that way.
I'm just saying, man. Oh my goodness.
But nah, man, like the co-own thing, man, is a funny dynamic to it, man. I would say if you gonna co-own, man, man have it all laid out on the contract, bro. Don't do a handshake on no co-own. Understand if you're getting a co-own from somebody, understand your expectations. The expectations of the breeder to you. What are you responsible for, and what that breeder that's co-owning the dog with you, you know what I mean? What are your expectations?
Yes,
What are you
sir.
supposed to fulfill?
He said Soul Glow. You know it.
Crazy.
Oh, yeah. He said spamming dogs in Facebook groups for a free marketing. Yeah, Adam, 100%. That's a legit thing. I'm not a big okay. Not that I'm stuck up, but man, I know there's good business on Facebook. Problem is, there's also a lot of like, to me, 90, okay, not 90, that's kind of high. 80% of the Facebook market is like you walk into Jerry Springer or like, Maury, you know what I mean? Like, it's like Jerry. It's like, nah, dude, I'm good. You know what I mean? That's my problem with Facebook, in which I know I should be more involved in it. But it's, man, I see so much like, show me your bulls. I'm like, what? Show me your bulls, bitch. The fuck are you talking about?
Yo,
No, listen. You ever go on Facebook and see this stupid shit like, show me your bulls?
me
I do.
personally,
Yeah, all the
Okay.
time.
No, it's a rhetorical question because I see it all the time.
Mhm.
I'm like, what? Kill yourself.
Yeah,
Like,
man.
what are you talking about? Show me your bulls. Bro, nobody cares about who are you, first of all, that I got to show you my bulls. Man, you go kick yourself in the mouth showing me your bulls. Bro, if you don't know what mine is, then you go unalive yourself, bro. How about that? Show me your bulls. Show me those bully tries. Show me those bully whatever. Like, why do you like? What's the relevance of this question? Like, what do you? And then you got 100 people posting their dogs on there like idiots. Oh, I'll show you mine.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
You're getting baited.
bro. I watched that. I look at that. I'm like, I just got dumber looking at this post. Why did I even look at this?
Yeah.
Like, I just got more dumber. You know what? I'm gonna start trolling on there. I'm just gonna start joining every group and just be like, show me your facility. Show me your cleaning supplies. Oh, show me your finances. Show me your bank account. How about that? Show me what you sold your last litter for. So I'm gonna start trolling, but in a hard way, and then I'm gonna get kicked out of those groups, right? Show me your bulls. Okay, cool. Show me your last litter you sold, and what was the litter value? How about that? How about we talk something of substance? Man, look, see, your topic got me, man. Y'all getting me fired up.
Don't shoot the
Show me your bulls, man. Get out.
I'm not even the messenger. I was just partaking in a little bit of fun.
I can't with Facebook, man. If somebody's comments, I'm like, dude, no, I'm done with it. I can't. I freaking can't.
So
See,
the one
Bob,
thing,
you
the one
know
one
what
side I
Bob
can
do.
say to that is if
Bob,
I want to see.
Hey,
So
yo.
to see
Get your
if
ass
I'm,
kicked
if
out
I'm
of that.
looking at a stud and wanting to see productions off that stud,
Oh,
and I
my
say, show me your X productions, right? That way, that puts it in one spot, and now I can see a layout of here's without having to do as much research. So I can see some relevance and some behind something like that. Personally, that's just me.
Oh no, it's infuriating. The level of like, it's like when I see that, it's like, are you the baby daddy? Are you the
Oh,
baby
wow.
daddy? It's like, ish.
I
You
asked the
are.
baby daddy.
No, baby. Oh my god, I can't. I'm like, what am I? And I'm supposed to be beholden to this. This is how we're supposed to help each other. Like, no way, man. Come on, people.
Man,
We have to do better, man.
Mob said he been kicked out of every Facebook.
No, he has. Man, Stacy is crazy, bro. First of all, have you seen Stacy? Stacy's like 6'7", 400 pounds.
Yeah,
Bro,
big guy.
dude is a big dude, and then he lets it fly, bro. He don't hold no punches. They're gonna
No.
kick his ass out of every group.
Yeah.
They're gonna be
But I
scared.
like Bob. He has good dogs. He's an old school breeder, legit breeder. You know what I mean? He's about this thing, and he goes to shows. So how can I not support a guy like that? Old school breeder, has his own bloodline, supports his shows, says it how it is supposed to be. You know what I mean? We don't agree on the Brazilian dogs, but that doesn't mean I don't like them
Mm-hmm.
at all. He don't care for the Brazilian dogs, and I do. So does that mean I should hate him? No. He has a valid point. Dude is super sharp and super smart and brilliant and has the experience in this breeding game. So if you don't respect a person like that, you're the problem. Just
Brings
because he
value.
doesn't agree with me
That's right.
doesn't mean he's wrong, man. It's you know what I mean? That's not what we're saying here at all. 100%. He said, "I love the Brazilian dog." You said it out. Get out of here, bro. Now you trolling me, bro. Get your ass out of here.
He probably loves stacking up next to them.
Right? Adam said, "I'm the pappy." Oh man, that's off of that Life. I'm the that's Bernie Mac. I'm the pappy.
Yeah, I was the pet. Yeah. Uh-huh.
I'm
Jiggling,
from Chicago, man. Bernie Mac's a Chicago guy, bro. First and foremost. So anyhow, man, y'all are wild tonight. Old school Nick, man. Financial Plan's first win on a multi.
I haven't seen that one YouTube comment.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is, man. That's how we do it, old school. Yeah, we got to calculate probabilities. You know what I mean?
If the old school Nick is commenting, I can't see none of them on YouTube. Not one.
You don't see it?
I don't see none of them.
I saw it.
Mm.
You can see them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the comments.
Yeah, I don't see them.
Yeah, no, I probably I've done scratch offs. Powerball, no, I've never won nothing on Powerball. Scratch offs, I've won on scratch offs. Yeah, no, I probably wouldn't hang it on that. I tell you what, old school Nick, I'm with you, man. Old school Nick gonna start Cobra Kai bullies, bro. He's gonna pull up with that Cobra.
Stop
Like a
it.
yellow. Old school Nick gonna
Stop
like
it.
Cobra Kai bullies, bro. What's up?
Because when I first saw his profile picture, I love it. I love no disrespect. But once I saw that profile picture, I thought about Cobra Kai. Put him in a body bag, Johnny.
Hey, man. Hey, sweep the leg, Johnny.
Yeah, wow.
He's cool, man. He always show love, though. He always show love.
No, hey, old school Nick always shows up, man.
Yeah.
Love him. L302 Bay. Mag 302 Bay. 302 Bay, Oakland? Is that Oakland? 302? Let's see.
I know 305 is Miami.
302.
Oh, Jacksonville.
Oh no, he's Texas. Is that right? Is that right, Bay? 302 is Texas. Anyhow.
Bully Mom wants to know if anyone is going to the show in North Carolina. That's on you, Mark.
I won't make it. My wife is on military deployment, so I'm grounded with the dogs.
Yeah, I'll be there. I'll be there this weekend in Lumberton.
Bro, you better let that soul glow, bro.
Y'all crazy, but yeah, I'm gonna be there. It's a 2-day event, so I'll be there for the whole weekend.
Like, Hakeem, what?
Stop it.
You taking did he walk? You taking young boy?
Of course, he already he's not back yet. He's still in camp. This is his last week. So,
Okay.
and then he comes home. So he's still away right now. So
Okay.
this will be his last one, and then he'll come home, and then take a little break for a little bit, do some stuff around the house, like training wise, and then we back at it again. But I'm gonna give him some time off. He did really good, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, super proud of him, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Congratulations again, brother.
Proud,
Congratulations.
man.
Thank you, man.
Mm-hmm.
Proud
just
Papa,
how
proud
funny
Papa
how
moment.
Yeah, man. It
Proud
was
Papa
crazy.
moment. There
A
we go.
proud
Yeah,
dad moment.
yeah, man.
Hey, Mike was in the sideline talking about, I'm the pappy.
I was losing my mind in there, man. It was cool. So we go. I'm gonna keep it chill. He got one more this weekend, and it's 6 shows, so it's 3 each day. So
Oh, damn.
yeah, man, it's gonna be a long weekend.
Mm-hmm. Hey,
Well,
Pablo,
listen,
what part of Jersey he from?
Pablo is don't get me lying.
he's from the shore, bro. Jersey Shore, bro.
Nah, I don't think so.
That's it.
No, he
If
not.
I'm from Jersey, I'm breeding a dog. I'm gonna call this dog the situation, bro. I'm telling you.
Listen, I mean, that's a good name, though.
I don't know where Pop's from
I'm
actually.
gonna name that dog the
Is he
situation.
from Madison or Passaic?
I think it's Passaic.
Passaic. All right.
Yeah. But
He's
I'll
not
ask
too
him.
far from me at all.
Yeah. Good dude. I'll ask
That's
him.
not the Tennessee Tribe, man. Hey, Virgil, man, I appreciate you going to Sumo Academy. We have a lot of fun there. We have a lot of fun here, man. I hope you're, really getting some gems there to change your situation. I like to see people win. I like to make friends win. So, Tennessee, shouts out to you.
Agreed.
Adam gonna hit that 6 EG parlay. Let's go, Adam. Whoo!
60.
Wild boys tonight. Yeah. See, y'all pick these damn topics that get me fired up, man. Because it's a lot of nonsense, really. It's the reality is you get goose into this thing, you look at it, you already are attracted to this industry because of the dogs. And then you hear that it's very lucrative, right? So it's so easy to get sucked in, but they don't show you the backdrop, right? You don't know what's going on in the background, so you just think you're winning.
Yeah.
And you go and you spend and you spend and you spend and you spend and you spend. And I'm just like, hey.
Yeah.
Hey. Like, that's not.
So we good? We good on this topic or what? I think
you guys tell me.
Yeah.
No, I think we're good.
Yeah, I got a lot of information out of it. I mean, I brought up the topic so I could actually grab information. I mean, I'm not only a part of the team, but I'm still a fan that need to learn, so I'm not going to say I know everything because I don't. So this is the reason why the topics I bring up is because I'm still learning, so.
That's fair and honest. I like that.
Yeah, I agree fully.
Learning every day, bro.
Yeah.
I think no matter which way you go, whether the dog route first or the kennel route first or whatever, I think the biggest thing is, like we kind of touched on, business plan, right? Business plan, and talk. Ask questions, right? Talk to different breeders. Talk to those that have been in it for a while, right? The ones that are successful. You're not going to get something out of all of them, but there are some like Earl out there that are willing to help, right? So ask questions, and whatever figures you come up with on what it's going to take you, double it. And I mean, just being honest, double's probably a little big, but but definitely talk, reach out, ask questions. I don't think there's a right or a wrong way. I think just depending on your circumstances, right? Whatever works best for you. There are ways, that there are ways to get income generated sooner than others, right? So there are ways out there. So I think the biggest thing is to have those conversations. And if you're just getting started, or if you're not, and you're just looking to, Earl offers business plans, right? That's the best $1,000 that anyone will spend. I can assure you that, because the numbers that this dude gives you and the feedback that he gives you, it's real. It's real. And that 1,000 will save you thousands. I can assure you that. It'll either save you thousands or it'll let you know real quick, like, hey, I need to postpone it, right? I need to continue saving. I need to look for initial different investments, right? To be able to do what I want to do. Or, hey, what I thought I was going to be able to do in 2 or 4 years, we're really looking at 8 to 10, right? It's just going to take you longer to get there. So the longer it takes, the more money it takes to keep that journey going. So starting slow, there's nothing wrong with that. But yeah, no, that's kind of my 2 cents worth.
Yes, sir. I so good on it.
Where we at? What's happening? Where we asking?
No, just kind of like summarize.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, all I can say to this is patience, planning, the time, the financial part, even planning your commitment to it, right?
Yeah.
Because you got to know what you can and cannot do, what you have time for, and what you don't have time for. I think that's big, man. Like, you got a full-time job. Like, what? How much time per day does your job eat up? Like, you work from home? Do you have to go into the office, or you're out? If you have a job that has you out on the road, whether you're driving or what, man, it's so many different variables, man. All of this stuff has to be planned out. It really does. It really does. Even to like what the support system at home. Right? If you got kids, how old are the kids? Are they? What's their ability to help? If you have a spouse, how do they feel about the dogs? Are they willing to help? Like my wife, she ain't doing nothing. The only thing she'll do is if I ain't home, now she'll go out there and feed them. But picking up poop,
Yeah. Not when those $75 nickels on and all that.
man. So so for me, when I go to shows or whatever, the local shows, you know what I'm saying, I usually leave late, or what have you. Make sure I take care of everything. I get back the next morning or the next day. She would have fed for me, you know what I'm saying, and I clean up when I get home, you know what I mean. So that's her contribution, and I understand that, right? So if it's anything over 2 days, I gotta hire somebody.
Mhm.
That's another expense that people don't think about. Like, what happens if you gotta leave town, bro?
Yeah, man.
And you gotta pay somebody, man. You gotta find somebody you can trust, and you gotta pay them. These dogs, just because you on vacation, they not.
No.
You know what I mean?
And
Yeah.
boarding is very expensive.
Boarding is crazy. And
Very
it's
expensive.
hard for me to do boarding, man. I know a lot of people who got horror stories from boarding, man.
Me,
And I'll probably be in jail.
me too.
So I don't even go down that route, man. You know. So yeah, man, patience and planning. I think anybody that has a love for these dogs and they're getting into it, they'll be okay. Patience and planning, understanding the realistic. This is a business, so you're going to have to spend money, right? And you're not going to get money back in 30 days.
No.
It's not going to happen. You're going to be putting out money on a monthly basis. Well, now, unless you just jump out and buy an adult female that's ready to go, already bred. I mean, now
There are
that's the
ways.
way to go. You know what I mean? You can do that, but it's still expenses there. I
The
mean,
marketing part.
Yeah, and now who are you selling this dog?
Mm-hmm.
What's gonna make me buy this dog from you? So you got to remember that if you go out there and buy an adult female that's ready to breed, did you have the time to put the marketing in for this potential breeding? Because you can be stuck out there with these puppies now. Just because you go pay $8,000 for that stud and you don't properly market these dogs, you don't get your name out there. Whether or not, like I said, for instance, when I the shows that I've been to, I see certain camps. They there. They were there with their dog. Either they walking around and promoting. They may not show, but they walking around promoting, talking to people. Dog in the ring. They got their banners up for their squad. I mean, they doing stack offs. I mean, they doing what they got to do, and all of that, and that takes money, ladies and gentlemen. That takes money, man. So I'll end mine here. Patience and planning. That's gonna be your key.
Yep.
Anybody? Next.
Yeah, I'll go. Just wrapping it up. Of course, the biggest thing here is to make sure that you're focused on creating some sort of budget for yourself. Um, like my biggest point earlier was like if you make a budget, in the outside world, outside of the dog stuff, then you got to make sure you make one, for the dog stuff. So at the end of the day, you strategically plan out that stuff and it doesn't look crazy. I learned a valuable lesson that when you write numbers down, the finances look less scary than they do when you just keep them swimming around in your head. So to be honest, you can't do all these numbers. You see how we just wrote it down. We said the numbers, but Bradley was keeping tabs. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you need that, and you need to list everything out and really lock in on what that number looks like and what your realistic number looks like. So everything can be less stress. It can make sense. Finances, all the things, all the dreams can come true if you just visualize it and see it yourself. And it takes a lot of stress off your plate when you do write it out. So just be patient. Like I said, also, it's not everything was not built out in a day. Like all this stuff was not built out in a day. We have had all of us have had a bunch of different dogs before. We have different dogs. We have had different facility upgrades. We have had different like environments of our dogs living in. We all started out feeding a certain way. Everything happens at stages and not everything needs to be rushed. So when it comes to this topic of facility and kennel and all the topics that we talk about, it's really just a patient game. You can't rush it. You know what I mean? You put less stress on yourself, less stress on your dog when you don't add the stress to the price tag, because the price tag is always going to be stressful. The biggest thing that people worry about in this world is finances. We all stress about finances in different ways. So the biggest way that I've been able to take the stress off of anything financial is writing it out, looking at the number, being like, that is a big number, but we can get there. There's always a solution. So, keep believing in your dog, keep believing in yourself, your kennel, and everything else will flow as time goes on. But overall, just be patient. Don't stop dreaming, don't stop believing.
I mean, the only thing I can say is to close it out is, I mean, thank you for sharing all the knowledge because, like I said, even though I'm part of the team, I'm soaking everything up because there's a lot of things I don't know, especially and this is me saying it nicely. You're like, I don't know a lot about legal market, but I know about marketing. So this is all new to me. So by me bringing up these topics and you guys explaining everything, I'm just sponging it out. I'm just soaking and soaking and soaking because, like I said, not only we giving out game, like I said, I'm gonna admit it. I'm soaking all that game up because I need that. I need to soak it up too because I'm part of a team right now that if one person look bad, we all look bad. So, and I'm not trying to be that person. So by saying that is as much knowledge that you guys said. Thank you guys for it, because even the guys asking questions on IG and YouTube, because at the same time, these are questions I probably didn't bring up to myself, and writing down like Marky and John said, writing down things down. I've done that, but not to the point that like what we talked about tonight. And so now after tonight, I'm gonna change everything up and look at things way more different now, because just bringing all this cost up, and we ain't even get to the logistics really, and we ain't really get into just it could have got deeper, and we ain't even halfway there, and the numbers got up real fast in my brain, because I'm adding what I'm doing and what I'm paying for and what I'm investing in is up there quick. So it's like, thank you guys, again, like truly, like I'm grateful for you guys' information and feedback, and I'm always soak everything up and try to do my best, man. So Sumo-ish out, bro.
Okay, well, I'll close it off, guys. Man, great topic. Again, you guys love to you guys love to grab these monster topics, which is good. It's good for the community. So let me just do this. If you have a litter, we just talked about it, of 6 dogs, and you tell me, oh, I sold my 6 dogs for 30,000 or 50,000. Cool. What's your production cost? All right. That's not what you sold it for. What did it cost you to put it on? So if it cost you 40 to put it on, you sold it for 30, you're negative. And you bred the dog. It took 63 days gestation period, 18 months before you can breed her, if you bought a puppy, right? And so you're negative upon negative. And so if you're not thinking about that, you just think, oh, wow, man, I sold my first litter for 30K. Yeah, but if you don't look at what it costed you to get there, what you're telling is a miscued number, which see, the problem is when we don't look at what we say and analyze and we pass the buck, right? Then that person says, well, I'm going to sell my first litter for 30K, not knowing that this guy was negative 12,000. You see what I'm saying? We're unintentionally passing off bad information. And that's problematic for me. Because what do we do here? We sell dogs for $5, $10, $8, $15, $20,000. And that person thinks they're going to win, not knowing that buying the dog, okay, if I had 20 grand to get started, and you know what I mean? Like, how could I divvy that up? Can I buy 2 dogs and build facility for 5,000? Should I buy 1 dog, build facility, and invest in the marketing? It's really understanding how much money you got to invest and how can you win. I can win with 1 dog. I can win with 2 dogs. I can't win with no dogs. Or I buy 3 dogs with 20K with no facility, no marketing. I don't win there either. Right? And so really the dynamic is that if you got 20K to put in, let's say you get 1 dog outright and 1 dog co-own or 1 dog on a drip, and you're dropping 5 to upgrade your whatever your living situation is to be able to accommodate that, build a whelping area, and you're at that point, that's 20K without even the stud fee. Right? And again, we said a respectable stud fee is about 8. Or that no one knows who the dog is. And so a lot is broken in our industry, including you pay 8 and they say, well, 3's a litter. If 3's a litter, we just did the math. How are you even supposed to break even in business? Right? So when somebody says 3's a litter and we just determined the cost of each puppy is 8K. So even if you sold each puppy for 8K, that's 24,000. We're negative upon negative. This is why I have such a big disdain for the common practices in our industry, because it's asinine and ass backwards. So you're telling me I'm supposed to wait 18 months to breed a dog. We just determined that the cost is like 32,000, right? 34,000 it was, or Bradley?
Yeah, 32.5.
32.5. Now you're going to tell me three's a litter, and I'm hoping to sell 3 puppies at 8K a piece as a new breeder. Bro, that's 24,000. I'm 8K in the red, and then as a stud owner, you're telling me like, oh, man, bro, you had 3. I'm telling you, I really want to know the first person who said three's a litter. I want to punch that dude in the face. Find me that guy. I want to fight that guy. Because you're a jerk. You're a jerk that started a narrative that everyone is following till today. My job as Sumo Bully Kennels here, Earl, is to change these backwards ass narratives to better the industry for everybody. And that's why I feel so strongly about that. Because it cost me 32 fighters to run this litter. And you tell me if I had 3 puppies, it's a go, no repeat. I'm negative, but you got your money, so you're happy, you're good, you're whole. I'm not. I'm sitting here like, what am I doing? Why did I even do this? But that's the standard of our industry, right? And so I don't care who came before me. I don't care who endorsed it before me, but everybody in our industry says three's a litter. And I'm telling you right now, first and foremost, when our dogs grow up, 5 is a litter. 6 is a litter, 5 is a repeat. Why? Because I understand math. The math has to math to me. So for all you guys who have studs and you're studying them out, good for you. Get your money right now. You got about 8 more months before we come. When we come, we're guaranteeing 6. 5 is a repeat. Because I know you're losing money on 5. So if you're a stud owner charging a lot of money for these studs, 5, 8, 15, 20K, good for you. Good for you that no one has checked your ass until now. Because I'm telling you, in 8 months from now, when our dogs grow up, we're guaranteeing it. On my word, on me. Everybody here is beholden to that standard. Because it's unfair to the person using the dog. And that shit fucking pisses me off. And I don't even like swearing. But it's such bullshit. It's the biggest freaking trash out here. You know what I mean? And so you're supposed to make it and pay 20K for a puppy because, well, 10 times Godzilla, and I'm going to breed it to King Kong. And King Kong costs 20K. And then they're like, well, 3's a litter. And if you have 2, I'll repeat it, but 3, you're fine. Bro, we just did the math, man. Come on. And if you're still going to buy that, man, good for you, bro. Good for you. We'll see you later because guess what? We are going to provide more value in the industry than anybody else here, bar none. And I tell you what, I'm not going to tell you how to create a Merle or a Tri because you could do that on Google. We're telling you what the real is here. So when you come here, show up to listen, show up to learn. You miss me with that nonsense. You know what I mean? Ooh, post your studs. Yeah, that's cute, bro. That's super cute. I'm not trying to hear that nonsense because it's bullshit. And if you guys are still on here and the guys that rock with me here, they know how strongly I feel about it. Very passionate about it. And we're here to make changes that's better for everyone. And that's why I get so passionate about it. Because when I walk into this thing, I'm like, really? How does that make sense? Ultimately, I'll cap it off with you can get started with one dog. You can get started with a co-owned dog. You can get started without facility with one dog. You can make it, man. But you can't make it without thinking. Thinking is the most critical step that needs to happen before you do anything else. We love these dogs, of course. That's why we're all here. But if you don't think about what you need to do to win and then do the math behind it, well, then you're subject to whatever, Godzilla's telling you or, whatever douchebag breeder you're dealing with. No, my dog and the puppy's going to be sold for $1 billion. which is all fake, by the way. Now, most of these prices online are fake. I hate to ruin your lives, but it is. No, tell me, Bradley, you shop for puppies.
Yep.
Have they stood on those prices?
Nope.
Will they negotiate with you, especially if you don't
Absolutely.
bite right away?
Everything's negotiable. Yes, sir.
Come on, man. I'm not saying that my stuff is non-negotiable, but I put up a price that's fair. So now, if you come try to negotiate with me, you're almost slighting me because I'm giving you more value than anybody else. Imagine going to me and saying, well, I'll give you, you're asking 8K for the stud, I'm going to give you 6, even though I'm guaranteeing 6, and the other person guaranteeing 3. Now you're just being disrespectful. You know what I mean? Like, you should unalive yourself. Like, really, it's rude. So anyhow, my point is starting a kennel can be very challenging. It can be very rewarding. Look, this industry is very lucrative, man. If you know how to play the game right, and if you don't get taken by the hype, and you know what I mean, you don't get tricked into the Mean Girls group, you know, like Lindsay Lohan, and you got to fit in. And you don't have to fit in, bro. You got to be yourself. You got to be original, and you got to watch your math, and you have to get with the right people, and start with a solid plan. Because the reality is, I don't care whose dog you buy, you can make it. If you have a sound business plan, I don't care what dog it is, you definitely can make it. So don't let somebody discourage you from getting started. Don't let anybody tell you that, you know, crap on whatever you're trying to do just because you didn't buy their dog. You don't have to buy a Sumo dog to make it, first and foremost. I'll tell you that right now. And you also don't need to buy a Sumo dog to win at the show. That's the truth. So if somebody tells you otherwise, they're lying to you. 100%, 1000%. And so I'm passionate about it because, one, people try to tell me that when I started. 2, they're still perpetuating this nonsense. 3, I'm here to dispel the truth and really change the industry for the betterment of everybody involved in it. So with that said, long-winded, going off, and I'm man, why y'all get me like this? Sumo out, man. You guys get me going. You guys get me juiced up, man.
Hey, listen, we just letting the captain talk, bro.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying, if I'm incorrect, if I'm wrong, correct me. Check me on this live. Don't check me on the side. Check me right here. If I'm out of pocket and I'm out of line and I'm lying, tell me I'm lying.
No,
not at all. I can accept it.
We
So
good.
We have to hide on we're still sitting on. Yo, killer topic, man. I love the topic, man. So I hope you guys enjoyed it too. Yeah, we got like one viewer. Instagram like, oh no, he's going dark. We're getting off of this line. No, it's the truth though, because if the truth hurts, you'll leave. Right? Because you're either perpetuating the cult or you're part of the cult. So you have to leave. Because it's hitting you right here. You're not part of the solution. But I'm okay with that too.
More tough topics to come.
Yes, sir.
Man, that was tough, bro.
Yes, sir.
Bradley got the next one?
Yes, sir. Keep it smooth, Brad.
But I ain't decided yet.
I'm not even talking on the next.
Yeah, you are. You are.
You don't get a pass up on these topics, man.
No, that's cool,
Good
man.
stuff. Yeah, good conversation.
All right, fellas. Let's bounce up out of here, man. Look like everybody out anyway. So let's roll up out of here, man.
We don't hear Earl.
Let's go, man.
Appreciate you guys.
Yes, indeed.
Thank you.
Sir. Keep us updated on Saturday, Mark.
I got you for sure. Yeah, for sure, man. It's gonna be a long weekend. Goodness gracious.
I
All
would
right,
say
fellas.
good luck, but there's no luck needed, man.
Thanks.
Yep.
Appreciate y'all.
Yep.
Bro, just let the soul glow, brother.
Yep.
Just
Do your thing.
All right, fellas, I'm out of here.
Appreciate
All
y'all.
Appreciate you guys.
Holla.
Peace out.
Love you guys. Appreciate it.
Man, love you, man.
Take care, guys. Bye-bye.